أهلا بيكم في حلقة جديدة وفيديو جديد لقناتنا English for Arabs. النهاردة إن شاء الله هتضمن الفيديو بقية الوحدة الستة interchange intro 4th edition unit 6. بالإضافة إلى كده فإن الفيديو هيتضمن أيضا grammar تكملة زمن المضارع البسيط the simple present time expressions PowerPoint presentation هيكون معمول بالPowerPoint. أما بالنسبة لزمن المضارع البسيط فإن شاء الله هيكون عبارة عن جزء من قناة مستر كايل كالفسن هيشرح لنا فيها زمن المضارع البسيط. الاشتراك في قناة مستر كايل to subscribe in Mr. Kyle's channel. You will find it as the favorite channel for English for Arabs. عشان طبعا تشترك في قناة مستر كايل هي موجودة في قناة English for Arabs في قناتنا على أساس إنها القناة المفضلة الوحيدة، وفي قناة تانية برضه اسمها My English Brain برضه تبع المستر كايل. Please subscribe for both of them. Let's start. 7. At noon, 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. At noon, 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. Park, a large area of land with grass and trees. Sleep, slept, slept. Serve, give food in a restaurant. Serve, give food in a restaurant. Breakfast, early, late. Restaurant, restaurant, a place for serving food. Restaurant, a place for serving food. Eat, what time? Have lunch, have lunch, eat lunch. Weekdays, days of the week. Weekdays, days of the week. Shop, do shopping. Shop, do shopping. Shop, do shopping. Football. Soccer. Soccer, O as a sound. Soccer, football. And scramble. And scramble, put in order. Put in order. T soft D. Put in order, order. And scramble, put in order, order. And scramble, put in order, order. Information. Start. Begin. Time expression. Time expression. Expression. Every day. Midnight. At night. 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. At night. 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. The afternoon, the evening. The becomes the. ازاي هتنطق the عشان بعديها حرف متحرك. Weekends. Hard, difficult, hard, difficult. 9. The words of exercise number 9. كلمات الموجودة في التدريب التاسع. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, D silent. Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday, Saturday, T soft D, Saturday, Sunday. Classmate, a friend in class. Routine, daily schedule, daily schedule, routine. Exercise number 10. Survey, questionnaire. Survey, questionnaire. 11 schedule schedule American النطق البريطاني schedule 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 timetable daily program schedule timetable daily program. What's your schedule like? Tell me about your schedule. What's your schedule like? Tell me about your schedule. End. Finish. Job. Job. American job. النطق البريطاني job، النطق الأمريكي job. Sometimes. Finish. End. College student. American college. O as a sound. College student. Website designer. S as Z. Designer. Designer. Website designer. A person who designs websites. Musician. Musician. S as Z. Music. Music and then C-I-A-N. Shan. Musician. Musician. Someone who plays music. Someone plays music. Play music. Go to bed. Go to bed. T soft D. Go to bed. Sleep. Go for a run. Run. Early bird. Early bird. A person who gets up early. Early bird. A person who gets up early. Night owl. T soft D. Night owl. A person who stays up late. Night owl. A person who stays up late. Project. Assignment. Project. Assignment. American project. O as a sound. هنتنطق ال OA في الأمريكي project. Assignment G silent والجي هتبقى silent. Library. Library. A place where you borrow books. Library. A place where you borrow books. A break. A break. A break. A pause. A break. A pause. Workbook Unit 6. Live, lived, lived. Say, said, said. Sit, sat, sat. Use, used, used. Watch, watched, watched. Watch, watched, watched. Regular follows the rule. Irregular doesn't follow the rule. Regular follows the rule. Irregular doesn't follow the rule. To sit at the table, to sit at a table, to sit at a desk. To sit in an armchair, to sit in an armchair. To sit in an armchair. To sit in a chair, to sit in a chair. To sit on a horse, to sit on a horse. To sit on the ground, to sit on the ground. Exercise, exercise. An activity to make your body strong. Newspaper, newspaper. Take a walk, walk, wander. Take a walk, walk, wander. A walk, American, British, a walk. A walk, noun, verb, walk. With a, noun, without a verb. Near, far, true, correct. False, wrong. False, wrong. False, false, wrong. Alone. City, city. T soft D. City. خلي بالنا ان دي هنا هنطقها دي خفيفة علشان تي واي في اخر الكلمة. city نطق البريطاني city.
Page 39, Exercise 7, Grammar Focus. Simple present questions. Do you get up early?
No, I get up late.
Does he eat lunch at noon?
No, he eats lunch at 1 o'clock.
Do they take the bus to class?
No, they take the subway.
What time do you get up?
At 10 o'clock.
What time does he have dinner?
At 8 o'clock.
When do they take the subway?
On Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Simple present questions. Do you get up early? No, I get up late. Simple present questions, yes, no questions. In these questions, you will have the answers with yes and no. Do you get up early? No, I get up late. Does he eat lunch at noon? Does he eat lunch at 12 o'clock? In the middle of the day? No, he eats lunch at 1 o'clock. At noon at 12 o'clock? No, he eats lunch at 1 o'clock. Do they take the bus to class? No, they take the subway. To make a question, do you, do we, do they, main verb, get up, take, eat. Answer, no or yes. Does he, does she, does it? Main verb. Does he eat lunch? No. Does he eat lunch at noon? No. He eats lunch at 1 o'clock. Does he speak French? Yes, he does. WH questions. What? When? What time? When? To ask about time. What time do you get up? At 10 o'clock. What time does he have dinner? At 8 o'clock. When do they take the subway? The subway, the underground. On Tuesday and Thursday. What time? When? WH question. What? When? What time? Do? Does? Subject. Verb. Main verb. Get up. Have. Take. خلي بالنا هنا ان السؤال هيكون بدو وداز الإجابة yes و no. ومعنى هنا do أو does هل، مش معناها يعمل أنت، لا معناها هل أنت تستيقظ مبكرا. مش بنترجم do أو does، في الحالة دي معناهم هل، إنهم أفعال مساعدة. ال WH questions الأسئلة اللي بتبدأ ب WH تبقى لازما فيها إجابة، مفيش yes أو no في الإجابة. What time? 10 o'clock. What time? 8 o'clock. When? Tuesday. Thursday. So you must answer. لازما يكون في إجابة، مينفعش أقول yes أو no. Now let's have this wonderful PowerPoint presentation with Mr. Kyle. هشرح لنا زمن المضارع البسيط. Mr. Kyle in his channel. Please subscribe for his channel. ناخدنا جزء بسيط من الفيديو بتاعه، وهو القناة بتاعته هي القناة الفيفوريت عندنا في التشانل بتاعتنا، القناة المفضلة هي قناة مستر كار.
Does Homer have a family?
Yes, he does.
Do they have a house?
Yes, they do.
What does he like?
He likes donuts.
Where do they live?
They live in Springfield.
Okay, today the grammar is the question for the simple present. The question in the simple present, we start with an auxiliary. For the subjects I, you, they, and we, the question auxiliary is do. So do, then the subject, then the verb. Now, a question like this is a yes-no question. Yes and no. So, when we say yes to the question, we say yes, and then the subject, and then do, the auxiliary. When we say no, we say no, the subject, and don't, the negative auxiliary. Very good. Now, for the third person, remember, he, she, and it is for the third person. Our auxiliary for the question is does. It's the third person conjugation. So we use does, the subject, and the verb. And remember, we use the normal verb, no S. The third person conjugation is on the question auxiliary. For example, does. Now, when we say yes to the question, we say yes, the subject, and does. Again, the auxiliary. And no, we say no, the subject, and doesn't, the negative auxiliary. Okay, remember, for the question, we use the auxiliary do or does to start the question. Then the subject, then the verb. Very good. So let's practice. For example, the question is do they watch TV? Again, the auxiliary do because my subjects are they. Do they? And then the verb watch. Do they watch TV? Now, the answer is yes, they do. But for this one, the answer is no, they don't. Very good. All right, another example. So, the question is, does he eat breakfast? Remember, the third person question auxiliary does, because my subject is he, and then my verb, eat. Does he eat breakfast? Now, the answer, yes, he does. Or, for this example, no, he doesn't. Very good. Okay, more practice. More practice with the verb like. The question, does Homer like his neighbor? No, he doesn't. This example, does he like donuts? Yes, he does. Remember, the auxiliary for these questions is does, because my subject is about he, Homer. Very good. Okay, the next example with study. Study. For example, do you study Spanish? Do you study Spanish? No, I don't. Or, do you study English? Yes, I do. So remember, the auxiliary is do for the question because my subject is you in the question. Very good. Okay, the next part of the grammar are WH questions. WH questions are the same as normal questions, but with a WH question word. So we use WH question word and the auxiliary and the subject and the verb. So for example, where do they live? The question word, the auxiliary, do, my subject, they, and the verb, live. Where do they live? They live in Springfield. Very good. And remember the third person conjugation. It's the same, but remember to use the third person question auxiliary, does. So for example, what time does he wake up? The question word, what time, the auxiliary, does, my subject, he, and my normal verb, wake up. Remember, this is the third person conjugation on the question auxiliary. So what time does he wake up? He wakes up at 5:30. Okay, time to practice. Practicing with the verb work. For example, where does he work? Where does he work? And the answer, he works at a nuclear power plant. And remember the conjugation, S, for the subject, he. Third person conjugation. Very good. For the verb eat, eat. What time do they eat dinner? What time do they eat dinner? And the answer, they dinner at 6:30. Very good. Okay, for the verb take a shower. For example, what time does he take a shower? What time does he take a shower? And the answer, he takes a shower at 5:45. And remember, the verb and the answer with the third person conjugation for he. He takes a shower. Very good. Okay, now the verb study. For example, what do you study? What do you study? And the answer, I study English. Very good. Okay, one more with the verb play. Play. For example, when does she play the saxophone? When does she play the saxophone? The answer is she plays the saxophone on Mondays and Wednesdays. Very good. Okay, to review, the yes/no questions use do and does for the auxiliary, then the subject, then the verb. And the answer, we say yes and the subject and do or does, and no, the subject, don't or doesn't. For example, does Homer have a family? And the answer, yes, he does. And for the WH question, remember, we use a WH question word, do and does for the auxiliary, the subject, and the verb. For example, where do they live? And of course the answer is, they live in Springfield. Okay, now you know how to make simple present questions. Okay, thanks for watching and good luck.
Time expressions: early, late, every day. Time expressions: early, late, every day. At 9 o'clock, at noon, at midnight, at night. At plus o'clock, certain time. خلي بالنا ان at بيجي بعديها وقت محدد ومعين بالضبط، عشان كده بقول at 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. At noon, at 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. At midnight, at 12 o'clock at night. At night. In part of the day. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. In بيجي بعدها جزء من اليوم. On plus day. On Sundays, on Sundays, on weekdays, on weekends. On or on Sundays, on weekdays, on weekends. On Sundays, every Sunday. On Sunday, one Sunday on Sunday, but on Sundays, every Sunday. Let's check this PowerPoint presentation for time expressions. Time expressions. Time expressions: in, at, on. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the plus vowel the. In the afternoon, in the evening, the plus vowel the. Vowels A, E, I, O, U. نخلي بالنا ان الذا لو جه بعدها حرف متحرك هنطقها the. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So N plus part of the day. N part of the day. The morning, the afternoon, the evening. At o'clock, at 7 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, at o'clock. At night. At night, take care, we say at night, but not in the night. خلي بالنا ان at بتاخد night لان في بعض الطلبة بيقولوا in night، يعني ده in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening، فأقول لي in the night، لا هي at night، مش بحط in لكن at بتاخد night، at night. At noon at 12 o'clock، at 7 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, at noon, at 12 o'clock, at noon. At midnight 12 o'clock at night, at midnight. At dawn الفجر، at dawn. At plus exact time, like at 7 o'clock, at noon, at 12 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, at midnight, at dawn, at night. On plus a day, on day or days. On days, on Saturday, on one day, on Saturday. I work on Saturday. On Saturdays, every Saturday. I work every Saturday. I work on Saturdays. I work on Saturdays. On British, American on. On Saturday, on Saturdays. On weekends, American on weekends. Weekends, days of the week that we don't work. We don't work on weekends. The weekend in Egypt is Friday. The weekends in Egypt, Friday and Saturday. In the USA, the weekends are Saturday and Sunday. Weekdays, days of the week. خلي بالنا ان on بيجي بعديها يوم من ايام الاسبوع. خلي بالنا دايما ان الويك اندز في مصر تبقى الجمعة والسبت او الجمعة، لكن في امريكا تبقى Saturday and Sunday، بيبقى السبت والحد. لما اقول on Saturdays يبقى كل يوم سبت. on Sundays كل يوم حد، يبقى مش يوم الحد بس، لا كل حد. Now complete the questions with do or does. You will write do or does. Do you get up early on weekdays? What time do you go home on Fridays? What time do you go home on Fridays? Does Does your father work on weekends? Does your mother cook every day? Do your parents read in the evening? When do your parents shop? When do your parents shop? 7. Do you check your email at night? Do you check your email at night? 8. What time do you have dinner? What time do you have dinner? 9. When do you study? When do you study? 10. Does your best friend drive to class? Does your best friend drive to class? 10. Does. 11. What time does your father get up? Your father, he. What time does he get up? What time does your father get up? B. Bear work. Ask and answer the questions from part A with time expressions from the box. Do you get up early on weekdays? Yes, I get up at 7 o'clock. So in this question, you will answer the question. What time do you go home on Fridays? I go home on Fridays at 10 o'clock. Does your father work on weekends? No, he doesn't. 4. Does your mother cook every day? Yes, she does. Do your mom and dad, do your parents read in the evening? Yes, they do. When do your parents shop? My parents shop. My mom and dad shop. My father and mother shop. My parents shop on Friday. Do you check your email at night? Yes, I check my email at 9 o'clock. What time do you have dinner? I have dinner at 8 o'clock. When do you study? I study in the afternoon. Does your best friend drive to class? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a car. What time does your father get up? My father gets up at 8 o'clock in the morning. He gets up at 8 o'clock in the morning. C. Unscramble. Unscramble the questions to complete the conversations. Then ask a partner the questions. Answer with your own information. In this exercise, you'll put the words in order. في التدريب دوت الكلمات مش مترتبة هرتبها. Do you check your email every day? Yes, I check my email every day. You every day check your email do. So do you check your email every day? Number 2. You, what time lunch do eat? What time do you eat lunch? What time do you eat lunch? 2. What time do you eat lunch? B. At 1 p.m. 3. At start does 8 o'clock this class. 3. Does this class start at 8 o'clock? Does this class start at 8 o'clock? Does this class start at 8 o'clock? No, this class starts at 9 o'clock. Does this class start at 8 o'clock? No, this class starts at 9 o'clock. Study, you, English, do, when. When do you study English? When do you study English? When do you study English? I study English in the evening. 5. Yes, we play soccer on Saturdays. On weekends, you and your friends do play sports. Do you and your friends play sports on weekends? Do you and your friends play sports on weekends? Do you and your friends play sports on weekends? Yes, we play soccer on Saturdays. Exercise number 8, listening.
Page 41, Exercise 11, Reading. What's your schedule like? Student reporter Mike's. Page 40, Exercise 8, Listening. Marcia's weekly routine. Listen to Marcia talk about her weekly routine. Check the days she does each thing.
Do you get up early every day, Marcia?
Well, no. I only get up early on weekdays and on Saturdays. I go to school from Monday to Friday, and I work on Saturdays. So I get up around 7 o'clock.
How about on Sundays?
On Sundays? Then I sleep late.
What else do you do? I mean, do you exercise during the week?
Yes, but not every day. I swim 3 times a week, on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Oh, and I also play tennis on Saturdays after work. So I exercise 4 days a week.
What about the rest of the weekend? When do you see your friends and family?
Let's see. I see friends on Fridays and Saturdays, and that's in the evening. And I visit my family on Sundays.
When do you study?
Every day.
Wow, you're really busy.
Listen again.
Page 40, Exercise 8, Listening. Marcia's weekly routine. Listen to Marcia talk about her weekly routine. Check the days she does each thing.
Do you get up early every day, Marcia?
Well, no. I only get up early on weekdays and on Saturdays. I go to school from Monday to Friday, and I work on Saturdays. So I get up around 7 o'clock.
How about on Sundays?
On Sundays? Then I sleep late.
What else do you do? I mean, do you exercise during the week?
Yes, but not every day. I swim 3 times a week, on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Oh, and I also play tennis on Saturdays after work. So I exercise 4 days a week.
What about the rest of the weekend? When do you see your friends and family?
Let's see. I see friends on Fridays and Saturdays, and that's in the evening. and I visit my family on Sundays.
When do you study?
Every day.
Wow, you're really busy.
What about Marcia? When does she get up? She gets up on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Wednesdays, Saturdays. So she gets up early in all the days except Sundays. Sundays? No, she doesn't get up early on Sundays. When does she go to work? She works on Saturday. So she works on Saturdays. Does Marcia exercise? Yes. She goes swimming on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Swimming, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. She plays tennis on Saturday. She plays tennis on Saturday. When does she see friends? She sees her friends on Fridays and Saturdays. On Fridays and on Saturdays. When does she see her family? She sees her family on Sunday. She sees her family on Sunday. When does she study? She studies every day. She studies every day. She's really busy. She studies in all the days. She's very busy. Exercise number 9. My routine. What do you do every week? Write things in the chart. Calendar. In this exercise, you will write the things that you do on every day. Example. I go to bed late on Fridays. So, Friday, you go to bed late. When do you get up? I get up early. When do you get up early? I get up early in all the days. On Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. When do you study? I study on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I do not study on Friday or Saturday. I don't study on Friday or Saturday. When do you watch TV? I watch TV on Sundays and Mondays. When do you go to work? I go to work on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Do you check your email? I check my email every day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I check my email every day. Exercise number 11. Interviews or interviews. In this exercise, you will have a passage, a comprehension, a reading. You will read this, okay, to get more information about three people, three persons. What are the daily schedule؟ خلي بالنا ان احنا دي القطعة التانية اللي بناخدها، وقلنا ان بعد كده هيبقى في كل يونت في اخر الوحدة هيكون في قطعة علشان نستفيد من الكلمات اللي فيها ونستفيد من قراية القطعة. Interviews American or interviews. Can say interviews. What's your schedule like? What's your timetable like? What's your schedule like? Look at the pictures and the tables and the labels. Who gets up early? Who gets up late? Look at the pictures here. Who gets up early and who gets up late? Brittany, college student. Justin, city tour guide. He's a tour guide. Maya, rock musician. Let's listen.
Page 41. Exercise. What's your schedule like? Student reporter Mike Starr talks to people on the street about their schedules. Brittany Davis, college student.
What's your schedule like?
My classes start at 8 a.m., so I get up at 7 and take the bus to school.
When do your classes end?
They end at noon. Then I have a job at the library.
So when do you study?
My only time to study is in the evening, from 8 until midnight.
Justin Reed, city tour guide.
What's your schedule like?
I get up at 6:15 a.m. and start work at 9.
And what do you do before work?
I go for a run at 6:30 a.m. and then I have breakfast at 7.
And after work?
I finish at 6 p.m. and I have dinner downtown.
Do you work every day?
No, I work on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Maya Chu, rock musician.
What's your schedule like?
Well, I work at night. I go to work at 10 p.m. and I play until 3 a.m.
What do you do after work?
I have dinner at 3:30 or 4. Then I take a taxi home.
What time do you go to bed?
I go to bed at 5 in the morning.
Page 41. Exercise 11. Reading. What's your schedule like? Student reporter Mike Starr talks to people on the street about their schedules. Brittany Davis, college student.
What's your schedule like?
My classes start at 8 a.m., so I get up at 7 and take the bus to school.
When do your classes end?
They end at noon. Then I have a job at the library.
So when do you study?
My only time to study is in the evening, from 8 until midnight.
Number 1. Brittany Davis. What's her job? Brittany is a college student. What's her schedule like? Her classes start at 8 o'clock in the morning. What time does she get up? She gets up at 7 o'clock. Does she walk to school? No, she takes the bus. When does her classes end? Her classes end at noon. At noon, at 12 o'clock, at noon. At 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. Her classes end at 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. Does Brittany have a job? Yes, she has a job. She has a job at the library. When does she study? She studies in the evening. She studies in the evening from 8 o'clock until midnight, from 8 o'clock until 12 o'clock. Every day she studies in the evening from 8 o'clock until 12 o'clock, until midnight.
Justin Reed, City Tour Guide.
What's your schedule like?
I get up at 6:15 a.m. and start work at 9.
And what do you do before work?
I go for a run at 6:30 a.m. and then I have breakfast at 7.
And after work?
I finish at 6 p.m. and I have dinner downtown.
Do you work every day?
No, I work on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Justin Reed. What's his job? City tour guide. What's his schedule like? He gets up at 6:15. 6:15 a.m. Early in the morning. At what time does he start work? He starts work at 9 o'clock. What does he do before work? He goes for a run at 6:30. At what time does he have breakfast? He has breakfast at 7 o'clock. What does he do after work? After work, he has dinner downtown. At what time does he finish the work? He finished his work at 6 p.m. Does he work every day? No, he doesn't. He works on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. He works 3 days a week. Maya Chu, rock musician. Listen.
Maya Chu, rock musician.
What's your schedule like?
Well, I work at night. I go to work at 10 p.m. and I play until 3 a.m.
What do you do after work?
I have dinner at 3:30 or 4. Then I take a taxi home.
What time do you go to bed?
I go to bed at 5 in the morning.
Maya Chu, rock musician. Rock, O as a sound, rock. Musician, S as Z, and Chen sound, musician, Chen, C-I-A-N, Chen, musician, rock musician. What's her schedule like? At what time does she work? She works at night. She works at night. She goes to work at 10 p.m. She starts work at 10 o'clock in the evening. She plays until 3 a.m., 3 o'clock in the morning, after midnight. What does she do after work? She has dinner at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. Then she takes a taxi home. What time does she go to bed? What time does she sleep? She goes to bed at 5 in the morning. A. Read the article, then number the activities in each person's schedule from 1 to 5. In this exercise, you read about Brittany Davis and you put these activities in order like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. هنرتب الأحداث دي والأنشطة ديت بالترتيب لبريتني ديفيز. في يوم بريتني ديفيز اللي بيحصل أول في بداية اليوم وفين نهاية اليوم. One, she gets up. E. 2. B. She takes the bus. 3. A. She goes to class. 4. C. She works. 5. D. She studies. Again the answers: 1E, 2B, 3A, 4C, 5D. Gestion read. 1D, he gets up. 2E, he goes for a run. 3A, he has breakfast. 4B, he starts work. 5C, he eats dinner. The answers: 1D, 2E, 3A, 4B, 5C. Maya Chu. 1. She goes to work. D. 1D. 2. She finishes work. B. 3. A. She has dinner. 4. E. She goes home. 5. C. She goes to bed. Again the answers: 1D, 2B, 3A, 4E, 5C. B. Write 5 sentences about your schedule. Are you an early bird or a night owl? Compare with a partner. Are you an early bird or night owl? Do you get up early? Do you get up early? Early bird. Do you sleep late? Do you stay up all the night? You're a night owl. You're a night owl. You're a night owl. Are you an early bird or a night owl? I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm an early bird. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm an early bird. My brother stays up late. He sleeps at 7 o'clock in the morning. He gets up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He's a night owl. Night owl, T soft D. Night owl. Early bird, opposite night owl. That's the end of Unit 6, Part 2. Homework number 1. Study by heart the words. هنحفظ الكلمات كويس جدا. Number 2. Listen and repeat. Repeat. 3. Study the grammar. 4. Answer the workbook. Unit 6. 3 pages. هنجاوب على 3 صفحات من الورك. هيبقى النص التاني من الوحدة الست. Go to www.interchangearcade.org for more exercises. ممكن اللي هنخش على www.interchangearcade.org وهيبقى فيه أسئلة جديدة على شكل ألعاب مقدمها Interchange. We can watch the video. نتفرج على الفيديو. حلقة الفيديو بتبقى مدتها 5 دقايق فقط. مقدماها كامبريدج. And please do not forget to subscribe for our channel and Mr. Kyle channel. He has two channels, Mr. Kyle's channel and my English Brain channel. ما ننساش, if you like it, please like it, share it and subscribe. يا ريت اللي احنا نكتب URL بتاعت القناة بتاعتنا وقناة مستر كايل ونبعته لكل زمايلنا على الفيسبوك وتويتر. and wish you all good luck. In the evening. The afternoon, the evening. The becomes the. الذا هتنطق the عشان بعديها حرف متحرك. Weekends. Hard, difficult, hard, difficult. 9. The words of exercise number 9. كلمات الموجودة في التدريب التاسع. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, D silent. Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday, Saturday, T soft D, Saturday, Sunday. Classmate, a friend in class. Routine, daily schedule. Daily schedule, routine. Exercise number 10. Survey, questionnaire. Survey, questionnaire. 11. Schedule. Schedule, American, النطق البريطاني schedule. Schedule, schedule. Timetable, daily program. Schedule, timetable, daily program. What's your schedule like? Tell me about your schedule. What's your schedule like? Restaurant, a place for serving food. Restaurant, a place for serving food. 8. What time? Have lunch. Have lunch. Eat lunch. Weekdays, days of the week. Weekdays, days of the week. Shop, do shopping. Shop, do shopping. Shop, do shopping. Football. Soccer. Soccer, O as A. As A sound. Soccer, football. And scramble. And scramble, put in order. Put in order. T soft D. Put in order, order. And scramble, put in order, order. And scramble, put in order, order. Information. Start. Begin. Time expression. Time expression. Expression. Every day. Midnight. At night. 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. At night. 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. In the morning. In the afternoon. In the evening. In the morning. In the afternoon. Time expressions. PowerPoint presentation هيكون معمول بالPowerPoint. أما بالنسبة لزمن المضارع البسيط فإن شاء الله هيكون عبارة عن جزء من قناة مستر كايل كالفسن هيشرح لنا فيها زمن المضارع البسيط. الاشتراك في قناة مستر كايل to subscribe in Mr. Kyle's channel. You will find it as the favorite channel for English for Arabs. عشان طبعا تشترك في قناة مستر كايل هي موجودة في قناة English for Arabs في قناتنا على أساس إنها القناة المفضلة الوحيدة. وفي قناة تانية برضه اسمها My English Brain برضه تبع المستر كايل. Please subscribe for both of them. Let's start. 7. At noon, 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. At noon, 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. Park, a large area of land with grass and trees. Sleep, slept, slept. Serve, give food in a restaurant. Serve, give food in a restaurant. Breakfast, early, late. Restaurant, tell me about your schedule. End, finish. Job, job, American job. النطق البريطاني job، النطق الأمريكي job. Sometimes, finish, end. College student, American college, O as a sound, college student. Website designer, S as the designer, designer. Website designer, a person who designs websites. Musician, musician, S as the music, music and then C-I-A-N, shan, musician, musician. Someone who plays music, someone plays music. Play music. Go to bed, go to bed, T soft D, go to bed. Sleep. Go for a run, run. Early bird, early bird, a person who gets up early. Early bird, a person who gets up early. Night owl, T soft D, night owl, a person who stays up late. أهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة وفيديو جديد لقناتنا English for Arabs. النهاردة إن شاء الله هتضمن الفيديو بقية الوحدة الستة interchange intro 4th edition unit 6. بالإضافة إلى كده فإن الفيديو هيتضمن أيضا grammar، تكملة زمن المضارع البسيط the simple present